G'day my friends, how are you? So I got one of these new cheap models from China, the new Tiger models, and it's one of these Panther G late versions, which looks pretty cool, and they're very cheap. I got this delivered for $45 or something. So what I reckon is we have a look and see what they're like. But the box seems pretty cool. You get this cool picture here, and you get all this stuff here showing you what it's all about, but it is in Chinese. I think it's meant for the Chinese market. There's a little bit of English, but you seem to get some pretty cool stuff in it, like, you know, metal barrel, photo edge, the tracks link up, you get those little side skirts, all the little things that they include, which is pretty good for the price. But I reckon we open it up and have a look, and then instead of it's, you know, the usual pop top they've got a box that opens up like this, and inside you'll find a big bag. As you pull the bag out, this is what you get. So you get a bag full of this stuff. Let's open it up and have a look what's inside. Okie dokie, so inside the bigger bag you get these smaller bags. So you get this one here that's got all the you know, photo etch and metal barrels. You get this bag here with the actual body, the top of the body. You get the base of it. You also get one here with the turret. You get this one here that's got two sprues. And this is just a single sprue here. And you also get the instruction booklet. So let's have a look inside here. See, it's mainly in Chinese, but it does have English. Sort of, you know, Tamiya-esque there, isn't it? Opens it up and you can see what you get on the inside there. These are all loose, they're not in a photo etch fret, which is different. And then it shows you how to build it up. It looks very simple build. You know, there's not really too much to it. You just put those together. It's very exterior only. And you see there is a lot of Chinese, but there is some English, and you get even the night vision sort of stuff to go with it. And the photo etch goes on, some of the details. And then you build up the turret. Looks pretty simple. And you get those night vision things you can build up with it. Machine gun, all that kind of stuff. Put it on and you've got a Panther. And then it's got a couple of collar options you can do. The 301. And that's all in Chinese, but you can see it's 1944. And that's the 301. And then you've got the 323 and the AJ9. But it seems you get more decals than that in there, so they've added extra decals for some reason. But let's have a look inside the first bag. Alright, so this is what you get in the first bag. So here's the decal sheet. You can see that's the ones where, you know, you got the in the instructions, but they've added all these extra ones. Even, you know, I think it was the 10th Panzer Division or something. And then you get the metal barrel here. That's nice aluminium, it feels good, looks fine. You get the photo etch. Now this photo etch does really look good, it's thin. I've seen worse. You get some clear parts. And of course those things for the wheels. These are the side skirts you get. You get it in a box. And you just get all different ones there that you can use. And you also get some quite thick towing cable. I think that's a little thick, but we'll see. And that's the first bag. Alright, this is what you get that are not on sprues. So you get the body part, you get the turret, you get the rear plate, you get that turret base, and you get the chassis here. There's absolutely no detail interior, but there doesn't need to be. But the detail's actually pretty good. Not too bad. Like, it's not a Ryfield kit or anything like that. I'd say it's up there with the Meng kits. Meng? Maybe Meng's a little bit better. That looks too bad. It's a bit plain, but that's alright. Let me get to this. This looks okay. You see, you got your welding lines. You got some nice detail around the turret there. It does look pretty thick, but you even got this handle there molded on. And the interior, of course, has no real detail at all. And now we've got the turret ring. And that's got the old, so it looks like you can actually fasten the turret on. You know, with Ryfield and Mini Art and all that, they're getting really sort of making it realistic so it doesn't stick on you. That's that part, but yeah, no detail on the inside. You'll have to have the figures in, or the turret closed. I mean, the turret closed. Then we've got the rear plate here. It's got a lot of detail molded on, but you see it's sort of moving like that because it's got those things that you'll need to cut off. And here's the actual body of it. You got this is pretty cool. It'll look pretty good when it's got its photo etch on. It's got the rear plate molded on. And then we come down to the front fenders here. You'll probably need to add some texture to that yourself. You know, you'll need to texturize all this, I reckon. But for $45 delivered, not too bad. There are 3 sprues in total, and this is the single one here. So this is the one with all the little details. You got the turret part there. That line looks pretty thick that goes around. Interesting. And then you've got a lot of those accessories there. Everything looks okay. It's not the greatest, but there you go. You have to, you've got to double them up so they haven't slide molded it. So they haven't quite worked out slide molding like the other companies and all that kind of stuff. Sort of reminds me of the earlier kits they used to build. But I reckon it still looks pretty good, and with a lot of, you know, modelling touch, you can actually make this pretty good, I reckon. And that would be help to make the tracks, if you want to make the tracks separate. But you can see on the interior part there is absolutely no detail at all. Apart from some of the hatches and stuff like that. And there's some of the doors. So that's that one. Yeah, where's some of the rear plates? And it looks like you get different versions. You get this one there, that one there, or maybe that goes as the same thing, I'm not sure. No, that'd be separate, different. Looks like it's got a bit of detail on that. Like that's got it, yeah, see that's got surface detail on it. You'll just have to add it to the rest of the tank. Alright, that's that one. And finally we get the tracks and the wheels and all that kind of stuff. So here we got the face side here. You can see there's got pretty nice detail. Looks like you've got the steel ones or maybe the rubber ones, yeah. And the tracks will be definitely Lincoln length, and they don't look too bad. And at least you don't have to, you know, put these little things in every single one like you do with Meng. Although the Meng one does look better because it's got, you know, gaps in those. Look, it is a little lacking in detail, but it's very passable. very passable. And with, you know, I reckon it's a good challenge. It means you can, you know, apply all your, oh, there you go, you got those little things like Ming as well, if you want to. But it means you can apply your modeling skill. You make it better. And this is the rear side of it. So that'll save a lot of time. God, that took a long time. I remember making a Ming Panther. You had to install every single one of those things. And that's the, oh, that would be for the spare tracks. And that's that. I've also been working on heaps of figures from Dragon, because Dragon's going away. They've sold all their molds and that to another company, and they're not going to be making models anymore. But the Dragon molds will still be around, they'll just be under a different name. I built a little Russian type for Operation Typhoon, a little Russian village house. I built it just out of scrap. It's pretty cool. I've got the figures down here. So I've got all my Operation Typhoon figures coming along. Some of them are more finished than others. And I've also got some Master Box figures for the Africa Corps tank. I'll show you more of that stuff soon. I'll see you next time.